Hey guys, welcome back. So to start off, I'll answer the question that I bet at least a few of you are wondering. Am I on 1.20? It came out last week, so it's a reasonable question, but no, I'm not. I'll hopefully be moving over soon. I am super looking forward to a bunch of the stuff that they're adding, like hanging signs and cherry blossom trees and bamboo wood and all that sort of stuff. I honestly can't wait, but I kind of have to wait. I use quite a lot of performance mods, and as you can see, I use a map and a grave mod, and I need to wait for those things to be updated before I can really switch version. So, like I said, hopefully soon, but not quite yet. However, that doesn't mean there isn't plenty to be doing in the meantime. I am really looking forward to getting this church quarter finished out with the churches, and I think I've come up with a cool design, so I guess we should probably just get to building. I am honestly so happy with these towers. I don't really know what it is. It might be the roofs. I really like how the roofs look. Or maybe it's the colour scheme. I mean, purple and blue are my favourite colours, so that really does appeal. And also, I spent quite a long time trying to decide how I wanted to do all the stained glass. I knew I wanted a bunch, but it took a while to figure out the best way of doing it, and I love how they all came out. The totem stained glass at the back came out really cool, and I am super happy with it. I knew I wanted to do a big mural style on the back, but with a relatively limited size, for quite a while I just wasn't really sure what I was actually going to be able to depict. Then I was trying to think, well, what would a villager worship? And I thought, well, totems look kind of similar to villagers, so maybe these are icons dedicated to their faith. Now, I know, totems come from illagers and not villagers, but I decided that maybe the illagers raided the villagers and stole all their precious golden idols. I don't know. It's all just random thoughts in the end, but either way, I really like how both of these towers came out. Obviously, the insides aren't quite as elaborate. I really wanted the height so I could do this, which meant I couldn't really do much inside, but we do have this main church area down here with pews, and I'm going to be putting a village behind this lectern to serve as a cleric for the tower. And as usual, I've also hidden some brewing stands so I can eventually add some more ambient villages later on. I will say the inside of both of these towers is pretty much the same, so I'll just show you around this one. And then upstairs, obviously, we have this big bell, which isn't necessarily perfect in terms of its shape, but I didn't have a huge amount of space to work with, and I think it does look really cool from the outside, so that's good enough for me. And then, of course, we have plenty of space for a bunch more clerics for trading. I don't think I'm going to fill all of these out straight away. I really don't think I need that many clerics, but it does give me space if I ever feel like I need to add more. Speaking of villagers, now comes the fun part. I need to move some of those guys in, so yeah. Wish me luck. Well, that was, I won't say painful, but I also won't say painless either. It was okay. It got better once I remembered I needed to put honey block under these preachers to stop them jumping out, but they seem to be staying in place now, which is great, and there's a spare brewing stand up here, so we should be able to have, I think, 5 ambient clerics per tower, so 10 in total, which I think should make it all very lively around here. And we managed to get 7 clerics up here for our sort of major trading, and I think that's enough for now. Not just because I ran out of villagers down there, I just fed them some more carrots to get more going, but I do genuinely think this should be enough. To be honest, the main thing I want clerics for is just to be able to get redstone easily so I don't have to go mining for it all the time. And yeah, okay, these guys didn't fit exactly like I'd hoped. In all my tests I took them out of the minecarts and that worked, but I decided I'd prefer to actually leave them in the minecarts, which obviously made them a bit wider than my tests, but it still works fine. And with these trapdoors, you can barely see the minecarts. And with that, I think this quarter is pretty much complete. I really do like how it all came out. I know I'd say that because I designed it and built it, but I'm allowed to be a bit biased, I think, because it is my build, and I do really like it. And this also means that we actually have half of our quarters complete, which honestly feels amazing. I think the next quarter I want to tackle is the library quarter, which will be over there, I believe, and it's shaping up to be quite a big build, but it is looking really cool. And also, this doesn't necessarily mean that we're halfway done with the project. I have some other cool ideas beyond just these 4 quarters in the centre section that I think are going to be really cool. To start, I keep saying this is like a hub, but it's not really a very good hub if all the portals are just floating in the air, so I think we're going to have to do something about that. Then there's this little floating island here off to the side, and I really like the idea of keeping it, but I haven't quite decided what I want to put here or how to decorate it, so if you have any cool ideas then feel free to leave them in the comments, but if not, I'm sure I'll come up with something soon. And then finally, and I don't know if this will end up being feasible, but I think it would be really cool to add some other spacey type stuff floating around in the void. You know, like maybe some stars and far off planets above and off to the sides, and like I said, that will probably turn out to be very difficult to achieve, but it is definitely something I'm thinking about because currently it all just feels a little empty and isolated. And it would be nice to at least have a couple of things so it feels like it's part of a wider universe, like I keep saying it is. And I think that just about does it for today's episode. I know I've been doing a tower interior each time recently, but I'll be honest, I just haven't got round to doing one. Don't worry, it's not that I'm losing interest in the project, it's just that, well, there's Zelda to play. And to be frank, my Vault Hunter series is currently taking a lot of my time, so I just haven't been able to play in this world as much as I'd like. But hopefully next time we'll either be in 1.20 if the mods I use have updated, or maybe we'll get started on the library quarter. Like I said, it's shaping up to be pretty big, so it will probably be another multi-episode build, but I actually prefer that. It gives me a bit more time to get the designs just right. So until then, thank you guys for watching, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!